Hi, I'm the mean cook, and my name is Kevin, by the way. Welcome to my kitchen once again. Today we're gonna be making something that is very traditionally Italian, which is egg pasta. This is the preparation for the housewives who spend their days in the kitchen and make everything by hand. And you can see clearly by my face that I'm the classic Italian housewife. Look at me. Yeah, I am. Yes, that's what you get. Now, egg pasta is basically 2 ingredients: eggs and flour. But in what proportions? What kind of eggs? What part of the egg? What kind of flour? We're gonna be answering everything today. But before we begin, I am not a professional chef. I am not a professional cook. I am not a professional whatever. I have never worked in a professional kitchen, and I have no qualification whatsoever to teach you anything about cooking. The only purpose of this video is entertaining. So please be entertained as I walk you through the process of how I make egg pasta the way that my mother taught me. Maybe I improved upon it, maybe. Mom, don't get angry. And there we are. So, let's get started. This is it. This is what you need. Flour and eggs. Now, pay attention. I'm only gonna say it's 1,774,000 times, okay? So pay the fucking attention. This is durum wheat. In the video where I made the bread, I didn't use durum, I used common wheat. And common wheat is specifically used for bread because of its characteristics, which are not good for egg pasta. Now, you can totally make egg pasta with common wheat, but the result is much better, of course, because the characteristics of the flour are very different. In bread making, this flour is usually used for dusting, which means I dust the dough in this type of flour and then I bake it. And you can see what I'm talking about in the video of me making bread, yes. But now we are making egg pasta. Now, we already talked about hydration when I made bread, but we're gonna talk about it right now. So, durum wheat and eggs are the 2 and only ingredients. No salt, no anything, for at least for the classic type. Now there are people that add, spinach or stuff, but yeah, you can do that. I am not doing today because this is normal and classic way. We probably will do something, fancier in the future, but whatever, hold on. Now, this is 420 grams of durum wheat flour, which has to be hydrated with the eggs at a 60%, okay? So what we're gonna do is 60% of the weight of the flour, we're gonna calculate it, it's around 250 grams. So we're gonna extract 250 grams of eggs and then put them in the flour, okay? This is what 60% hydration is. The liquid ingredient has to weigh 60% of the dry ingredient. So what we're doing is, we're gonna weigh out everything. Now you can make pasta with the whole egg, or you can use only the egg yolk. And that's what we're gonna do today. Actually, I'm gonna be, mixing it. The percentage of egg yolk is gonna be greater, okay? So, I'm gonna break the egg in half, and I'm gonna separate the egg yolk. Yeah, this is a very delicate and precise maneuvering. And I needed another one, but I'm gonna do this. This is not good. Okay, so you see, 19 grams. We're gonna have to reach 250. Oh no. And I'm already making a mess. But I can grab the other shell. And there we go. I will try and keep them whole, but I do not make any promises. We have to reach 250 grams. You see, 34 grams. This is not enough at all, okay? And another bad one. Yes, I am very good at this. Apparently. Oh my God, this is gonna fall. Okay. 50 grams, wow. Thank God I bought 10 eggs. 4, Now the more professional way to separate egg yolks from the egg whites would be to dump everything in a bowl and then grab them with your hands. I'm gonna try and do this right now, just for entertainment purposes. Now be very close to the bottom of the bowl. Exactly, you see the egg yolk is whole. Now you try and grab it, and with your hands you try and separate the egg yolk. Yeah, that's the professional way, you see? And this is actually the most efficient way because when you do this, you can clean the egg yolk much better. Bloop. Exactly, 130, not enough at all. So what I'm gonna do right now is add the whole egg in, 186, 245. Okay. That could be it. Wait a second. I have rinsed my hands real quick. And now I will be adding some egg white because I want to reach 60% hydration, which translates to 250 exactly. That's it. Okay, I've used 9 eggs, wow. Now, as you can see, what I've done is 420 grams of durum wheat flour and 250 grams of eggs mixture, so to speak. Now, the weight of the eggs is 60% of the weight of the flour. The majority of those 250 grams are egg yolks, which means the pasta is going to be richer, okay? Of course, the nutritional value of egg pasta made with a lot of egg yolks and a few egg whites are going to be different, okay? What I'm doing right now is using mostly egg yolks because I want a richer product, okay? This is going to be a darker color when I, put together the whole thing. It's going to taste, it's slightly better. But you can make egg pasta with everything. I could add water to durum wheat flour and make pasta without buying it, okay? Usually when you use water, you reach approximately 50%. When you're using eggs, you reach 60% because of course the consistency of the egg yolks and the eggs in general, the egg whites, it's different than water. Okay, so I'm gonna add everything in. Ooh, and of course the bowl didn't clean properly because yes, Murphy's Law. If there is something that can go wrong, it would absolutely go wrong. Okay, grab one of those spatulas and clean the bowl. Of course, you have to use everything because I weighed it out. And I'm giving it a pre-mix, but bear in mind that I will have to use my hands. You see? It's a dark and rich color. And by the way, if you have this machine right here, you can totally dump the whole thing in. It will mix it very, very good. But what I'm trying to do right now is show that egg pasta is very easy. You don't need any machinery. You don't need anything so expensive, You just need the ingredients and the patience to do it. Which, yeah, I know that some people are very, very low patience. They have very, very low patience, but yeah. Now, as you can see, rough mix, I can go in with my hands. Now, traditionally, you probably have seen some videos where people just dump everything on the table and they make the well with the flour and then they very, very romantically mix everything with the flour and then the fork and everything. I'm not gonna do that, okay? Because that way, I don't know. Bowl, see, nothing is dirty, no flour on the floor, no anything. Fantastic, amazing, wonderful. There we go. With the bowl, it's even easier to clean everything and to grab every gram and every part of the flour. Also because you have to grab everything because you weight everything, okay? 420 grams of flour for 250 grams of eggs. That's it, 60% hydration. Now, clean your hands by doing this. Now, when you have this mess, you can dump it on your table. Now, clean this up real quick. Now, this is not ready, of course. And when I do this, it doesn't come back. Now, the dough is gonna be ready when I do this and it comes back up. It slightly comes back up, slightly, but it's not ready yet. So you're just gonna have to keep kneading it until it does. Put your weight onto it. And you see how rich the color is? Any pasta dish that you're gonna make with this is gonna look and taste very good. Now, I could sit here and blab you about the correct technique to knead. But the reality is, you just have to mix the ingredients for long enough, okay? Don't be fooled by a specific and secret technique. This is not rocket science, okay? This is mixing ingredients and making them look good. This is actually even a good workout. Look at how dark it is. You see? Not ready yet. Now I'm gonna grab one of those. Yeah. These metal spatulas will help you remove the stuff from the table, especially if you're using glass. I do have glass because it looks good, especially for the videos, but this is not really functional, I have to say. I have to say, this is not really, really functional. Now, when you see it behaving like this, you see it's improving. It doesn't rip apart as much as it was doing before. Now you're doing the right thing, so keep doing it, okay? Basically, you fold, oh my God, this is tiring. Basically, you fold it into itself, and that's it. The best advice that I can give you is use this part of your hand, which is the toughest part, and go like this, you see? Yes. Give it an almost good looking shape. Doesn't have to look good right now, it's gonna have to look good later. Grab everything from the table and let's see. You see, slightly come back up, slightly comes back up, slightly comes back up, almost there. Folding it again, folding it again. Improving by the minutes, actually. And there we go. This isn't perfect, okay? But you see, comes back up, comes back up, comes back up, comes back up. Fantastic, amazing, wonderful. Place it here, set it aside, and get some of this protective film, and you can cover this up. You have to let it rest, okay? Wow, I'm pretty good at doing this, huh? Yeah. Okay, wrap it up. Probably not enough. Yeah, not big enough. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do another one. Yeah, let's do another one, yes. You see, I wanted to do this so you can see everything that happens that will happen to you as well. And you will see that you are a normal person. Exactly. Oh, yes. Now, this can rest at least, 10, 15, 20 minutes in the fridge, or not if it's particularly cold in your area. And then we're gonna make some pasta shapes. See you in 15 minutes. Okay, so I cleaned the kitchen a little bit. I made everything more presentable. Now, why 60% eggs, 100% flour? Adding 60% of the weight of the flour in eggs is key to preserve the consistency and the behavior of the pasta. If you use less eggs, and so you use a lesser percentage, you're probably gonna have a hard time kneading the whole thing, and probably even if you manage to knead it, when you cook it, it's gonna be stiff. It's not gonna, not gonna be top notch. If you use too many eggs or too much egg, what's gonna happen is it's gonna be too runny. So basically, probably easier to knead because this is very tight. Like I can feel it in my wrist. You see my wrist? I can feel it. But yeah, probably gonna have a hard time then because when you cook it, it's gonna probably disintegrate. Now, I'm not gonna be making filled pasta. I'm gonna just be making plain pasta. But if you make it filled like ravioli, tortellini, that dough, that pasta has to be tough because it has to close up. It has to be tough enough to endure the filling. And not only when you knead it and use the rolling pin on it, but also when you put the filling in and you cook it. So there has to be a balance, okay? I am totally convinced that some people make different doughs and different proportions of dough based on how they have to use the egg pasta. I use 60% eggs, 100% flour, because that's what I'm used to do, also because I make a lot of bread and I'm very passionate about bread making and pizza making. So hydration, it fits in my head, okay? That's how my brain works when I have to make food, because when you're making bread, pizza, anything with flour, that's how you work, that's how you're taught to work, okay? So 60% hydration, but instead of water, we're using eggs. Wow, super easy to me. So now we are waiting for the dough to rest in the fridge for a little bit, and then we're gonna take out the rolling pin and have some fun. Okay, and we are back. Now, this has been resting in the fridge for 15 minutes approximately with the film on, okay? This is key because this doesn't let it, get in touch with the air, so oxidation doesn't happen. Now we're gonna unwrap it. Oh, yeah, okay. Use your brain, use your brain. And you see the rich color it has? Oh my goodness. Yeah, see? Ooh, 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 ooh. Amazing, fantastic, wonderful. Now, this is actually 4 portions for me, so I'm gonna wait it out and I'm gonna split it. I'm waiting it out and split it in 4, okay? Okay. How do I weigh out stuff? See, I turn on the scale and I put something on and then I place 666. Oh my God, look at, this is, what, this is, okay, so let me do this. 666 split by 4, 166.5. This is the satanic recipe, oh my God. 166. By the way, this is the inside. This is pretty good. You see, this is the texture that it has. Full, amazing. So 166, 167, whatever, 168, good enough. And that's it. Now I made the balls. These are the 4 portion sizes that I'm gonna use. If you are not directly working on one of those, you can cover them, okay? So I'm gonna work on one and the other ones I'm gonna close with the film that's right there because so they don't oxidize, okay? This is pretty good actually. This came out pretty good. Yeah, oh, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Don't. Just so they don't touch the air directly. Okay, fantastic, amazing. Wonderful, yes. So, this is the dough we are working with. Now, glass table is not the perfect table to work with pasta, but we will do our best, okay? Now, I will try and shape it like a square, and I'm gonna show you 2 long cuts, which are gonna be tonnarelli and pappardelle or fettuccine, dipende. It depends. Now, you see, I'm making kind of like a rectangle, and then I'm gonna work with my rolling pin, and this is gonna stick a lot. So I would probably use my small cutting board. Little trick to make the cutting board stick to the surface is to put something wet under it. It should stick much better, but I actually need vertical because I'm gonna do this. Now, see? Rectangle, rolling pin, up and down. And we're basically just flattening now, okay? Put your back into it. If I were to be using glass, I would have to use additional flour, which would unbalance the recipe, okay? And I'm trying to be as precise as possible because I'm autistic. You don't have to be autistic as I am. Again, not a specific precise rule on how you have to do this. One thing I will do is actually make it very precise on the size and put it back in the mix, okay? This is something that is usually done with one of those, you know, rolling machines, electric types, where they, you know, they just flip a switch and the thing does everything that I'm doing by hand automatically. I don't have that. I'm sorry, but you don't need it. That's the whole point. It's not that I don't have it, it's that I don't need it, okay? And you don't need it either. Okay, so I've reached this length. Now I wanna work on this side. Exactly. Now, one advice that I will give you is, actually, if you have done the proportions of the egg and the flour right, this will be an easy process because the dough won't be as tough or too tough, actually. It will be just enough workable, but just enough tough so it can withstand the cooking and be, I don't want to say al dente, but you know, good consistency, okay? And I go with my finger because I have to feel, okay? See, this is too thick. So I have to, you see the stripes that we added from the sides? Probably not gonna be talking a lot. So you will probably just see what I'm doing. But I'm just basically flattening this piece of dough, okay? This is perfect, actually. And if you have the window, you can see my hand is a see-through, you see? I hope you can see it good, but you can see my hand. This is a good point. You want to reach that point. This is amazing. Look at that. Oh my God. See those Instagram videos where people do this with the dough? And fantastic. This is not one of those videos, okay? Now, of course, egg pasta can be used for 1,100 million recipes, of course, okay? But the process behind it is what I'm showing you right now. So I will be probably making other videos, and yeah, I think we're almost there. I will be making more videos about how to use it, or maybe some recipes where I use it. But as of right now, I want to show you how to obtain the perfect egg pasta sheet at this point, because this is a sheet right now. I just want to flatten this. Okay, so this is it. I'm happy with the result. Now, this is not super thin. This has its thickness, but this is appreciated, okay? And as I said, you can stick this in a baking sheet pan with some ragu and mozzarella and make lasagna, or you can cut it to a specific pasta shape that I will show you right now. Now, you see the middle, and you do this, and this, and then this, and then this, and you leave. See the space. Now, you're gonna grab our knife and go like this, and like this, and like this, and like this. And we have just made fettuccine. Look at that. Fantastic, amazing, and perfect. Now, you will see, oh, I dropped one. You will see that I haven't used any kind of dusting flour, any kind of nothing, okay? There's no flour needed because the proportions and the kneading were top notch. 60% of the weight of the flour has to be egg. And you see, no additional flour needed, no anything, just perfect as it is. Yes, you see, this is the thickness. This is the thickness, this is perfect. And this is fettuccine. Fettuccine is a sheet of pasta, egg pasta, which is flattened and then cut. Depending on the width, you see the width of the cut you make, you are gonna make a different shape. This is fettuccine, probably. I don't know if some parts of Italy will agree with me, I don't care. But this is what I like. Fantastic. Oh my God, you see the color? This is amazing. This is amazing, an amazing color. Look at that. I'm gonna grab one of those boxes and put it in the box so it doesn't oxidize. Now I will show you another type of cut, which is pretty common in Roman cuisine. Same thing, make a rectangle. This pasta is perfect. This is perfect. You can actually pre-flatten it with your hands and then use the rolling pin. If you have a cutting board big enough, like, you know, this size, all made with bamboo wood, that would be amazing. Bamboo is actually perfect. This is made out of bamboo wood. Bamboo, is that how you say it in English? I don't know. We will probably find out very soon. Bamboo wood allows you not to stick. You see, if I were to be working on it, let me see. You see, it sticks. No. If you happen to have a cutting board big and made out of wood, bamboo wood, perfect. Props to you, use it. I don't have it, but that's not gonna stop me from making egg pasta. And as you can see, there's not really a rule on how to flatten, how to move the rolling pin. You just do your best, okay? The best way to learn a skill like this is to do it and make mistakes. Flatten it as much as you like it, and up until the point you reach the perfect thickness for you, and then learn from your mistakes. You know who does the best egg pasta in the world? The one that did it the most of everybody else. This actually doesn't make sense in English, but you know, the point of the sentence is do it enough so you do it good. And this, I don't know, is it good? Probably. Okay, I'm happy and satisfied with the width. Now, what I will do is roll it. Not even gonna care about the middle part now. I'm gonna use the knife and I'm gonna make a pasta cut, which is called tonnarello, which is, you see, a very thin stripe of pasta. This is gonna be amazing. So basically, tonnarelli or tonarello is a fettuccine, but very, very thin. That's it. That's all that it is. And this dough is amazing because it's not sticking to anything. It's amazing to work with. I did a pretty good job. Now, there is no such thing as perfect, okay? Ooh, look at this. This is unrolling perfectly. When it unrolls like this, it means that it's not sticking to each other and the humidity content is perfect and oh my God. Yes, there is no such thing as a perfect cut, okay? Because you are doing, actually, I am doing everything by hand. And when you do everything by hand, there is no such thing as perfect, okay? There's nothing is perfect. That's what makes it good and special. The fact that it is not perfect. The only thing that you have to get perfect is the proportions of egg and flour, because otherwise you're gonna not have a good end product. But this is it. And this is tonnarello, and this is fettuccine. Now, this is the end of the recipe because I have just showed you how to do egg pasta. You can make thousands of different cuts, and I will probably, in a couple of days, or next video, or I don't know when, upload a recipe where I use one or the other cuts. So stay tuned. Bye-bye.